Now I'm going to show you how to make barbecue jackfruit in the Instant Pot. And what that is like, it's sort of like a barbecue pulled pork, right? It's yummy. You can put that on sandwiches. You can do various things with it, eat it alongside chili. Anything that you would do with like a pulled pork, you can do with this jackfruit. Okay, and I already gave you the jackfruit demonstration earlier, and we'll look at that in a minute. So for right now, what I'm going to do is put oil in my pot, because this is regular vegetable oil that I'm going to put in my pot. Sauteing it. I'm going to take some onions that I have sliced in like eighths. Right? And let that, I already have the Instant Pot on saute, so I've started that. Now I'm going, because I want it to be smoky, I'm going to add some smoked paprika. And again, the recipe is in your recipe card. Now this ingredient here, bacon hickory smoked yeast. I love this because it gives you that smoky flavor. Now you can also use something like liquid smoke, but this one is great that I've been using lately. It's good for ham. It's good for beans, which we used in our beans earlier. Gives you that smoky flavor, right? So we're going to go ahead, saute this. Some salt and pepper in here. A little pepper. This is pink salt, ground pepper. Some garlic powder. I'm going to also use fresh garlic. I like to layer it to intensify the flavor. Okay? And you see I'm going to also put some mushroom seasoning here. That's going to give it a meaty flavor. And I'm going to put a little bit of Creole seasoning. You don't have to. I'm going to go ahead. Keep sauteing those onions with all that yummy seasoning in there. Now I'm going to pull out my jackfruit that has been soaking in water. So if you look in the jackfruit demonstration, you will see that I soaked this jackfruit to get all the brine out. Now if you had jackfruit in water that you found in a can, you don't have to bother with the soaking step. But if you got it in brine, which is usually what's most available, then you have to either soak it or boil it. And I chose to soak it, and it's just all that brine out. I'm going to squeeze it a bit. Dump it into my Instant Pot. There we go. This is going to make a yummy pulled pork. You want to get your jackfruit to the state where it's kind of bland, and then it can soak up whatever you're trying to flavor it with. And the way that you make it bland is you soak it or you boil it to get that brine out. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and keep sauteing this. It's nice and yummy. Now I'm going to add in my barbecue sauce. And this is just barbecue sauce that's vegan, off the shelf. You could make your own. But, you know, this is about being quick and easy. And most of the ingredients in barbecue sauce is pretty pure. It's not too many ingredients in there. So it's one of those things that I just go on and buy. There we go. Now these onions are going to cook down, which is going to add a little bit of liquid. But I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid to be sure, because I don't want it to burn, and it's not going to hurt anything to add a little bit of liquid. So there we go. Add a little bit of liquid there. Now I'm going to set this, because I want it to caramelize and be yummy. I'm going to set this for 15 minutes. Minimum 15 minutes. You can go longer, into like 20 minutes if you want. So I'm going to turn off the saute, and I'm going to turn it on pressure cook, and I'm going to take us up to 15 minutes. And we are going to look at it in 15 minutes. And if you want it to go longer, you can make it go longer. If we like it at 15 minutes, we'll stop there. But I like it to be caramelized and cooked down and yummy and just great like pulled pork. Okay? And again, the same thing. Going to set it. It's going to go up to pressure, and then it will be at pressure for 15 minutes. And then it will slowly release, or we can quick release it. This, because it doesn't have water, it's okay to quick release it. You're not going to get a bunch of splatter from it. So now we are going to, I'm going to put my lid around the right way, right? We're going to look at our jackfruit. It looks amazing. All those onions is caramelized so beautifully in there. And we're going to add that to a bun. Now, of course, you can add a little slaw to this, a little cheese if you want. I'm just going to leave it plain right now. You can even add vegan bacon to that. And there we go. You can add some pickles and mustard. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it as that. We have a beautiful pulled pork sandwich.